were filming the series, of course, I couldn't wear an earpiece because that would leave us open to people saying, oh, well, you know, the crew are feeding him. That made communication with the crew a bit difficult at times. But the crew learned as we went along, you know, when I'm in the middle of actually trying, you know, to giving a message, delivering a message, don't interrupt me. We never really seemed to have a problem with it. It was the links and the intros and the outros that were, they were the ones that were difficult. We had some fun with those.
I want to know in what context I'm saying that. Yes, I do. Yes. I get everything right. Please join me now as I start to commune. Again. Again. Right. As part of this series, you've been seeing some of my many... No, can we do it again? Sorry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I think let's move on to... No, again. No, again. Do I look like Valerie Singleton? Ta 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 ta. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, thank you.
Can you do it once more, but can you turn back to the audience at the end? Apart from that, you were wonderful.
Right. Okay. Hello, my name's Colin Fry. Welcome. No! Once more. Okay, we'll get it right this time. I can feel it.
Excuse me, your tie's not straight.
God bless you, darling. Thank you.
Excuse me, your flies are under.
Thank you, sweetie. Ta-ta! Right. Oh, thank you, thank you.
When I was downstairs and Colin came over and thanked us for coming, and he just looked at me and I said, I know you, when you were staring at me, I felt burning here. I said, I knew you was going to say something. And then he was standing with me and he just said to me, you know somebody that's fallen out and fell out of a train? And I do. It was, and I can't believe that he picked up on that, because it was my friend and her son was 20, and they said he was in Amsterdam with friends, and they don't know whether if it was an accident, messing about, they don't know, but he fell out of a train and was killed instantly.
With the session lasting 1 hour and the programme being just 30 minutes, obviously not all the readings, however powerful, can make it into the show. Tracy Reed had travelled from Romford in Essex to take part. She was hoping to hear from her father. She wasn't disappointed.
I don't actually know where I'm meant to go with this link, but could someone please understand why I've got a gentleman putting into my mind the memory of a train accident? Was your dad involved in a rescue? Sorry, love?
He was a hero.
Your dad was actually involved in helping in a rescue with a railway accident or with an accident?
In the docks.
But he worked on the railway?
It was a British rail.
Oh, my love. Okay, all right, okay. Did your dad save 3 people's life?
2.
Was there another one he tried to get out that didn't survive?
No.
I can't change it, my love. I feel that there was 3 people. Like, if he saved 2 people's life, there was a third.
I wouldn't know about a third.
All right, okay, but he saved 2 people's lives,
Yeah.
and then there was the third that...
I don't know.
Okay, that's something I need you to find out about the third that he couldn't quite rescue. All right. Tell me, my love, has Dad passed?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right, sir. Okay. My love, was your dad a great deal of pain towards the end of his life?
Was he?
Was he in a great deal of pain towards the end of his life? All right. I get the feeling that, like, he never complained.
He couldn't.
All right, he never complained. I don't know whether he could or he couldn't, my love, but what I know is I get this feeling that he never complained. I know it's not you, my love, but who is it outside of life that Dad is giving me this feeling won't talk about his passing?
Brothers.
It's your brothers. My love, I don't want to upset you in any way, but I just get this feeling that Dad knows that you want to talk to somebody about your dad. And it's like no one is prepared or wants to talk to you about him.
No one talks about it.
All right, okay. Darling, I have to say to you, you know, when you say my dad was a hero, all right, you're quite correct in that, because I get this feeling from, like, the other side of life that there are many people the other side of life who feel the same about him. You know, he was a very, very brave man. What he's telling me is, if no one will talk to you about him, you talk to him.
I do.
All right? Saying you talk to him. Okay? Whatever you want to say to him, he listens. He wants you to know he listens. Okay? All right, your dad's fine. All right? And he does hear you talk to him. And he's sorry that his sons don't want to talk to you about this. Always there. It's always there for you. But then I feel he always was in life anyway. All right?
He was the best.
Okay. In passing, he's still with you. All right? This very brave thing that he did, he used to get quite embarrassed about talking about it.
He hid the
award.
The award of it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But he used to be quite embarrassed to talk about it because...
Oh, it was never spoke of.
All right, okay. But... very, very brave man. All right, I'm quite happy to leave your dad's love with you. All right.
What was terrible was that when I come here, I wasn't believing in Colin. I was actually talking about him in the audience. And then suddenly, it just hit me, and he was talking about something that was real to my life.
Was your dad involved in a rescue?
It was a crane that had gone over in the docks, and two men had got hit by the ball and chain at the bottom of the pit. And what I understand basically is that him and another man tried to save the two men, and they actually got awarded for it. And it was in all the newspapers and that, but it wasn't the sort of thing my dad would have ever brought up or told anyone.
Very, very brave man.
My father is a hero to me. He didn't need to do anything to be a hero. So, he looked after us. He was a really good man. And everyone who knew him respected him. Not one ounce of badness in him.
My love, was your dad in a great deal of pain towards the end of his life?
The last year of his life was just spent in bed, and he had broken bones, and he just deteriorated and died. And that he died on Christmas night, and what was even more strange about it was because he was born on that day. So he was born on Christmas Day, and we say he died on that day, and plus it was his 60th birthday, so it was just like a whole event, and that was basically it. And that.
He never complained?
When he did mention about that my father didn't complain, it was because he couldn't complain. And because of the illness from Alzheimer's in the last year, he didn't talk, speak, acknowledge anything at all, and it was totally 24-hour care. So I totally understood what he was saying.
Whatever you want to say to him, he listens. He wants you to know he listens.
It was a personal thing between me and my dad, and suddenly someone else is saying, oh, your dad's speaking to you and listening to you. It was the biggest shock of my life. I was very glad to come along today. It's just made me look at things differently.
That's the important point, isn't it? How do I receive messages? And I think that by saying that, it dispels the big myth that, well, mediums contact the dead. Well, first of all, I don't think of them as dead. And secondly, I don't contact them. They contact me.
I must have another link starting. Hold back. So they're all trying to move in at the same time today.
You go along to any medium and says, and you say to them, well, I want my mother, and they say, oh yeah, of course I'll get your mother for you. I always say to people, walk very rapidly in the opposite direction, because no medium really can dictate who they're going to get in contact with, because we don't contact the spirit world contact us.